Hi and welcome to the Zone. This is the Fantasy Football Zone, your home for everything fantasy football. My name is Elis Musa, and today, fortunately, you're with me. We'll be doing things a little bit differently. So I'll just be covering Game Week 36 and looking at some of the interesting talking points that can benefit us in this game week. Awesome. So let's dive right in. First of all, I think we can just appreciate, a moment of, is it silence for game week 35? It was definitely one for the books. Majority of the FPL managers, went home with a point tally of above 100 points. It's the first time I think it has happened perhaps ever. Maybe you can correct me in the comment section. But yeah, it's rare to find that game week that many of us get 100 points, and it was definitely enjoyable. So let's look at game week 36. Of course, game week 36 is a blank game week. We'll not be having the likes of Manchester United, Leicester, Chelsea, Arsenal. Will not be having fixtures this game week. And that is perhaps bad news for some people. For example, myself, because for game week 35, I bulked up on players from these teams. I think I have a double or a triple up of each player from these teams. Two from Man United, three from Arsenal, two from Man City. So no, not Man City, Chelsea. Two from Chelsea. So I have definitely a hard time trying to replace them for game week 36. So let's look at some of the differential options that I'll be looking at or that we should be considering for game week 36 to just give us a good chance to score high in this game week. So first of all, let's look at that first fixture, Newcastle versus Manchester United. No, Manchester City, sorry. In that fixture, my differential option, of course, is Kun Aguero. Of course, you remember Kun Aguero with that horrible penalty attempt, against Chelsea. A Panenka gone wrong. So I'm sure you're surprised why I would mention him as a differential option. But in line with Guardiola's desire to rotate the squad, I feel like Aguero is one who's likely to benefit from that. And he can get another chance to redeem himself from that hauler that cost them 3 points that last week. And Kun Aguero is definitely one who will get some quality chances and perhaps has the opportunity to give us some good points in that fixture against Newcastle. Another differential option from Man City, Raheem Sterling. He scored in that game against Chelsea, and he's another one who perhaps is benefiting from this rotation in terms of the Premier League, especially. He's in the selection for the Premier League. So he's another player who's likely to give us some good points come the fixture against Newcastle. Other options that I'm looking at as potential differentials, Gareth Bale. Tottenham have a fixture against Wolves. And if you remember, Tottenham were thumped 3-1 away to Leeds in their last fixture. And this was a shock result because remember they had scored 4 goals against Sheffield. Gareth Bale with a hat-trick in the previous fixture, and everyone was hoping that they would keep up the form given that they are in the race for top 4, but they didn't manage to sustain the momentum. So Tottenham at home against Wolves, I expect Gareth Bale to perhaps be one of the players who will be coming up with some response. And again, he's a good differential option at only 4.6% ownership. So those are perhaps the 3 players that I'm looking at as potential differentials for game week 36. And now let's go to the most important decision, the captain pick. Game week 36 again has some interesting mouth-watering fixtures, and the captain pick is not a very obvious choice for this week. Last week it was very obvious, Bruno Fernandes, because of the triple game week. So this week it's a bit spread apart, so I don't expect to see many people going for the same player. But of course, one of the favorite options for Game Week 36 is likely to be himself, Mr. Harry Kane. Harry Kane is at home against Wolves. Didn't perform so well in that fixture against Leeds, as well as the fixture against Sheffield. So those are two rare blank game weeks for Harry Kane, and perhaps this is the game in which he finally will turn on the style and remind us of the Harry Kane that we have seen all this season. So Harry Kane, I believe, will be one of the popular options for captain pick for game week 36, and with an outside chance, perhaps Heung-min Son from that Tottenham team as well. A differential option, however, for me, I'm looking at Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Everton are facing off against Sheffield United, and as you well know, Sheffield United are already relegated and they have really nothing to play for. On the other aspect, Everton are still with an outside chance to make that top 4 spot, and so they have all to fight for. Calvert-Lewin, of course, is the danger man for Everton, and I expect that he will perhaps bring in some good points this game week. So for me, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a good option for differential captain. Those are the two options for captain picks that I'm looking at this week. I don't know about you. Maybe you can engage with us on the comment section. Let us know which players that you're looking at as captain pick for game week 36. That's it from us at FFZ. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Dennis Masao. Peace out.